Hello, Namaste, Gajalapa, Annie, Bonjour, Nepal Sambat 1141, No Daya Pintuna, Happy Nepal New Year 1141, New World Civilization. Please allow me to chant Vedic slokas or mantra. Om Asatu Ma Shadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I feel Sat Chit Ananda, blissful consciousness, truth. To be present at the fun aging celebration everywhere. Face Bura Janko project in Canada. I am Home Shrestha, lead researcher and graduate student at the School of Rural and Northern Health, Lawrence University. Our team members include Lucy Shrestha, a youth research volunteer to design a conceptual and contemporary research framework and Bura Janko, a tangible cultural heritage of Newar civilization in the globe. And currently, she is studying global health under the Faculty of Health at York University, Toronto. Team facilitator Indu Amate is a freelancer advocate, navigator, translator of Nepal Bhasa to English, and collaborator. I am grateful to my guru and mentor, Mr. Prajwal Ratna Bajracharya, and my professor, Dr. Hui Chu, for their tireless mentoring support, advice, and blessing for our work. Phone aging celebration everywhere face. Bura Janko project is knowledge-based, compassionate cultural care and commitment for our loved one, grandparent, or respected elder or senior in surrounding our family and community as an ageless worship celebration. The core aim of this advocacy project is to advocate and promote Bura Janko as potential compassionate care to enhance holistic aspects of physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, and intellectual wellness for older adults in family and community and everywhere as in life and society through non-profit, charity, egoless, and selfless effort. We are grateful to Dr. Ilan Kun, Dr. Alexander Raspa, and Prajwal Ratna Bajracharya, as well as revered Burajanko celebrities, their families, communities, media, and scholars. Dr. Kun is the first Western scholar who initiated to celebrate first, second, and third Burajanko for her parents with great pride. Kudo goes to Dr. Kun, her brother, family, and friends. Dr. Raspad, who did the first ethnographic scholarly research on Burajanko in Nepal, and Buddhist Vajrayana priest Prajwala Ratna Bajracharya, who performed the first Burajanko procession in western soil of America American couples and immigrant Newar community in Portland. We offer our humble gratitude for milestone contributions. Historians will one day write about the feats of Dr. Kuhn and Dr. Rospet and Pradalo Bajazari on Bura Janko culture and compassion. This project is dedicated to 109 years old Meju Mahajan, 100 years old Mutshe Maya Sake and Salamaya Sake, 92 years old Suje Kumari Amati, and 85 years old Mathura Lal Amati in Nepal. And 93 years old Dr. Carlton Cole, a first foreign scholar who celebrated first, second, and third Burajanko in US hometown. And 79 years old Mark Thomas from the United States, all who left this beautiful planet with a joyful, divine experience of ageless celebration, Burajanko, and peaceful departure to the spiritual or cosmic world and heaven with the divine gift of moksha or nirvana or salvation. Briefly, Janko, an ongoing 5,000-year-old ceremony practiced by Newar people in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal, is a potential mindful and compassionate care with contemporary approaches and policies for elder or senior care anywhere around the globe. It is only a cultural heritage preserved in the Hindu Himalayan region of South Asia, Bharatabarsha, and practiced by both Buddhist and Hindu Newar communities in Nepal and immigrant Newar communities in the United States. I will give a live Zoom presentation on Burajanko culture through Nritya Mandala Mahabira on Friday, January 8, 2021 as lecture series 2. Burajanko preserves the ancient Newar culture and tradition of bonding families and communities by honoring aging as a divine status. It is celebrated when people reach 77 years, 7 months, 7 days, and 7 hours of age, or after they see 1,000 full moon, between 82 and 84 years, or at age 88 years, 8 months, and 8 days, or at age of 99 years, 9 months, and 9 days, or at age of 108 years, 8 months, and 8 days. During this ceremony, grandparents are worshipped as living gods, and families and communities bond over the wisdom of aging, especially when grandparents symbolically feed each family member. Chariots with grandparents pulled by grandchildren in homes, temples, and shrines elevate family and community morale and dignity, reinforce constructive leisure, and exhibit how compassionate care and love for older people improve the quality of their lives and communities. According to the American Society on Aging 2020, every 8 seconds someone turns 65, and America struggles with how best to respond to the need for greater inclusivity, anti-ageism, and equity that need to advocate for policies needed for 2030, while 1 in 5 Americans will be older than 65. Dr. Elizabeth Jelinski, professor at University of South California, Leonard Davis Gerontology Institute, is right that Burajanko culture has the potential to reduce ageism. In Western culture, Burajanko empowers and champions everyone striving to improve aging and aging society. At the beginning of the presentation, let us watch the rarest 5th Burajanko Dibbe Mahadevarathar of 109 years old, world's most respected Meiju Maharjan. This film demonstrates the momentum of the glorious, miraculous, and rarest celebration of fifth Janko of Meiju Maharjan, successfully consecrated or commemorated on January 2029 as the first world historic record of aging celebration in the 21st century. This is an example of the enormous potentialities of mindful and compassionate cultural care and commitment. She never hospitalized and had a childhood memory of fetching water in Sundhara, golden water tap. Here is the movie. Slide 2 vigorously presents the fourth Bura Janko, Mahadeva Ratharon or Dipti Ratharon of 100 years, Muche Maya Sake 2018 and Sala Maya Sake 2017. In Vajrayana Buddhist tradition, on the age of 99 years, 9 months, 9 days, and 9 hours. During the ceremony, both were kept into big clay made as a womb. And at the end of the ceremony, the walls are broken on the pot and taken out both celebrants as divine rebirth. Michimaya is also seen chanting Prajna Paramita in the movie. Slide 3 presents the third Bura Janko, Deva Ratharoma, of celebrants on the age of 88 years, 8 months, 8 days, and 8 hours. After procession and a parade of celebrants, palanquin, or chariot in inner city temples and shrines, the celebrant enters the home through a window of the first floor via a ramp situated near the main door as elevated from the human soul to the divine soul. It symbolizes a spiritual life and sense of sacred identity and pride of aging life. I missed the third Burajanku of my mother-in-law and celebrated it in the hospital bed due to her knee surgery in 2014. But my wife and daughter managed to celebrate after she discharged. My wife and daughter offers golden earrings and new clothes and good luck sacred dish. Here is the brief video movie on the paradigm of palanquin in temples and shrines of Buddha Janku celebrates with family gatherings and sacred music groups together. Slide 3 also elaborates on the second Buddha Janko, Sahasra Chandra Darshan, only seeing 1000 full moon days and ceremony of seeing 1000 full moon days in the life of celebrants. My father-in-law and mother-in-law celebrated the Sahasra Chandra Darshan Puja when my daughter was 5 months, and I was attending the Center for Disease Control Conference in San Francisco. But I returned on the celebration night to receive blessing from father-in-law and mother-in-law, held in December 2000. During the full moon night ceremony, my father-in-law and mother-in-law offered 150,000 cotton thread burning lights to the moon and offered to sprinkle holy water from the conch shell to worship the moon in the whole night. Slide 4 demonstrates the first Buddha Janko, Bhima Ratharvana, literally means to mount giant sun chariot with 7 horses at the age of 77 years, 7 months, 7 days and 7 hours, held in Nepal on October 4, 1997, of my beloved father-in-law and mother-in-law. The Bhimaratharam celebration movie of my father-in-law and mother-in-law reveals the classic and typical procession of the first Buddha Janko by priest in the Vedic tradition. The second Bhimaratharon was held in Portland of Mrs. Uma Stabit on October 21st, 2018, with the Vajrayana Buddhist tradition by priest Prozal Vajracharya and worship the Usmis Vijaya, goddess of longevity, wellness, wisdom, and transcendental life. The photographs of Uma Stabit explain how joyful her first Bura Janko with a rally parade of the palanquin and sacred music. Slide 5 illustrates the first, second, and third Burajanko of an American anthropologist, humanist, and the former US ambassador to Nepal, Dr. Carlton Kuhn. Former US Fulbright scholar to Nepal, Dr. Ellen Kuhn illustrates how she offered a gift to her father's 80th, 84th, and 88th birthdays in 2007, 2010, and 2015 by hosting the celebration of three Burajankos with American adaptations in her United States hometown. She expressed her milestone experiences and says, elderly people in the West would benefit a great deal from closer community support and a celebration of old age rather than the isolation they now suffer. I should say that every time I have conducted a Buradanko in this country, US, all the guests have had tears in their eyes and told me it was one of the most meaningful occasions of their lives and unforgettable memories. She published a first article entitled Flying and Winged Horses in Nepali Times in 2007, highlight her parents' Burajanko, and published first research article on Nepal style rites of passage and Burajanko, an American adaptation in the international magazine Hinduism Today in July, August, September 2010, published by Himalayan Academy, Hawaii. Slide 6 portrays the first Burajanko, Bhimaratharon of the first American couple, Mrs. Betty Durham and Mr. Mark Malthus, held on June 25, 2018 at the Nirte Mandala Mahavira and paraded through three-wheeler bicycle in inner city of Portland. Also, the first Burajanko of a German couple, Peter and Emily Hess, held in Bhaktapur, ancient Newar city of Nepal, 2018, and paraded by pulling a chariot from the children's in the inner city of Bhaktapur. Slide 7 exhibits the second and third Burajanko, Sahasra Chandra Darsana and Devratharan of Jagan and Krishna Maharajan, held on the full moon day of October 1, 2020, at their home in Portland. Due to COVID-19, no palanquin or chariot parade held. The first Burajanko of Mrs. Chandra Lal Mali on the age of 77 years, 7 months, 7 days in Portland on October 11, 2019, and paraded through a chariot in the inner city of Portland. Slide 8 displays a series of Burajanko presentations as a special events and trivia to enhance emotional wellness for the residents with dementia at long-term care facilities in Toronto and Sudbury. As a field placement and summer volunteer in Bendelacres, Leisure World, Rivera, and Beatrice Hospital from 2014 to 2016, and in 2018 at Pioneer Manor and Finlandia Village in Sudbury. My daughter was also accompanied as a guest dancer during my presentation in a Rivera and Beatrice Hospital in 2015 and 2016. Some residents expressed surprise, felt joyful, smiled, and were emotional and hugged me after the presentation. Slide 9 highlights the international presentation on Bura Janko in 2017 and 2020. I presented a research paper on Bura Janko honoring old age, a medieval Newari ceremony to celebrate old age in contemporary Nepal at Age, Place and Community panel. At the 10th Biennial Association for Anthropology, Gerontology and the Life course held in Oxford Brookes University on June 8 and 9, 2017 to introduce and enlighten first time the contemporary Bura Janko culture in the global academic arena. Emeritus Professor and distinguished anthropologist Mary Catherine Betson, daughter of Margaret Mead, a pioneer and famous internationally renowned anthropologist, attended my presentation and showed deep interest in Bura Janko culture as potential aging wellness and active wisdom in the West. She was also the keynote speaker on the topic of the age and active wisdom, a new stage in human revolution. We attended and presented two poster papers at the Mind and Life 2020 Contemplative Research Conference online on November 5 to 8, 2020. The first paper presented by Lucy Shrestha, entitled Honoring Old Age Ritual in Contemporary Newar Culture in Nepal, shed light about 5th Bura Janko of legendary greatest grandmother Meju Maharjan on her attainment of 108 years, 8 months, 8 days, and 8 hours consecrated ceremony of the Bura Janko. The second paper I presented on dancing for care, healing for dementia and mind loss. It is about a true story of my beloved mother-in-law with vascular dementia and my daughter, how both were interconnected and embodied for emotional wellness, mindful and compassionate care through sacred music and dance. I led the filmmaking project and played the lead role of a demented grandfather. My daughter is also seen in the flashback. I also presented a virtual oral presentation on honoring old age rituals in the native land of Nepal, an understanding of indigenous cross-cultural aging wellness in Northern Ontario, in the Northern Health Research Conference, held in October 2 to 3, 2020, organized by the Northern Ontario School of Medicine. It highlighted the cross-cultural illumination between Bura Janko and medicine wheel culture of First Nations in Canada. See YouTube links. In slide 10, after the presentation of my first research paper on aging rituals in Nepal at Oxford Brookes University, Huntingdon University issued a media release about my international presentation. As a result, The local Sudbury media coverage my presentation through their articles. In Nepali culture, being 77 is really something to celebrate. And student explores a care tradition, published in Sudbury Online and Sudbury Star in August 2017. A participant from Harvard Divinity School's student published a constructive and incredible comment on my paper. In slide 11, I am grateful and indebted to US-based Mathur Institute, honor me as the recipient of the 2020 Promising Practice Award for the creation of fun aging celebration everywhere phase. As Bura, Janko, an innovative practice on age well to develop and implement innovative approaches that are reshaping the aging service industry. Other awards include Lawrence University CTD Best Film Award and Dancing for a Care, and CTD Community Media Prize on Art-Based Research Documentary Film Proposal Competition. The proposal reflects how the fifth Bura, Janko on the age of 108 years, 8 months, 8 days can capture in the film the momentum of the glorious, miraculous, and rarest celebration of 109 years old Meju Maharjan, successfully consecrated or commemorated on January 20, 2019, as the first world historic record of aging celebration in the 21st century on this planet. This slide also presents the historical inscriptions of Bura, Janko in Nepal in 16th and 18th centuries. A collection of Rubin Museum, United States, includes Bhimarata chariot ritual in 1776 and Rubin's collection of Pova inscription of Nepal Sambat 632, 1512 AD. Please accept my humble gratitude for watching this presentation, Lecture Series 1. See you again on Zoom presentation on Bura, Janko culture as a Lecture Series 2 to be held on January 8, 2021 by Nritya Mandala Mahabira, Portland. Please plan to attend and see the Zoom link of Nritya Mandala Mahabira. Thank you. Namaste. Merci.